How to make $10,000 your first month pressure washing. I want to start this video off by reading you guys a post from our buddy Ryan, who is in the inner circle. He says, thought I'd share my first big win with everyone. First month in business, I set a goal to make $10,000. Well, I did just that and a bit more in just 3 weeks with just a Northern Tool soft wash cart and a Home Depot pressure washer. It's not about the equipment like everyone thinks at the beginning. It's about the grind. Loving this daily and couldn't do it without the knowledge and help from this group. Keep on washing, everyone. So first things first, $10,000 your first month is an absolutely crazy goal, but it's attainable for somebody who has a plan and the support around them to make it happen. So in this video, I want to break down the steps on how it's attainable for you guys to set a goal and achieve that goal and surpass the goal like Ryan did. It might not be 10,000, it might be 5,000, it might be 2,000, whatever your goal is, but let's go ahead and talk through some of those steps. So our first takeaway from this is number one, you need to have a goal, right? Most people never set any goals. They may have been in business for months, years, doesn't matter. They don't have any sort of target, and you miss 100% of the time when you have no target. So everyone who's watching this video, your first course of action is to have a goal. I want you guys to leave it in the comment section right now. If you're watching this video, put it in the comments. What's your goal for the next month? Doesn't matter what it is, set a goal, even if you're not in business yet. Even if your goal is just to learn more or whatever it is, set a goal for your next month. Leave it in the comment section. That way, if nothing else, you got something from this video. The second thing that Ryan did right was he set a big goal. He didn't just say, well, you know, it's my first month and I don't know exactly what I'm doing or how I'm going to do it or how I'm going to get the customers or what I'm going to quote them whenever I do get them. He set a goal so big that it would make him stretch for it. He ended up doing it even faster than he thought he would initially, but he was only able to because it was a good goal. It was a goal that required his best in order to achieve it. So now go back into the comment section and edit it and make it something that you actually have to stretch for, because that's part 2 of this. And I'm not telling you guys to set your goals at $10,000. I'll be honest, it's not attainable for a large majority of people out there. However, set your goal so that it'll make you stretch, even if that's $500. The objective is just to set a goal that's going to require your best in order to achieve it. Step 3, action plan. So once you have your goal, once you have your big goal, take some time and break it down into what it's going to take to actually achieve it, right? So if your plan is to work 5 days a week and you want to make $10,000, you know you need to be making $5,000 a day. And if we make $350 on an average job, then we know we need 29 customers. You need to get really specific on your numbers for your action plan so that once you have them, you can figure out the top tasks associated with achieving the desired outcome, right? Is it setting up ads? Is it passing out flyers, putting out yard signs? It could be to knock on 20 doors a day cold and see what happens with that. Whatever the biggest tasks are that will take you to the goal, make a list of those and make them daily tasks that you need to do every day in order to hold yourself accountable. Step 4, let nothing get in your way. So as he mentioned in the post, he didn't have the best equipment, but he did it anyway. He had a Home Depot pressure washer and I think he said a Northern Tool soft wash setup. He did the best he could with what he had, and he put himself in the position now that he can reinvest into his business. He can get better equipment and he can do even bigger numbers the next month because now he's got his workflow established. He knows how he's getting his leads in. He's got $10,000 to play with, and I know he probably has some other expenses, but he's put himself in a much better situation because he went ahead and did what he could with what he had. So whatever excuses you have for why you can't do it, why you can't start your business, get rid of them. And let's go ahead and take action and let's do the best that we can with what we have at the moment. Lastly, he mentioned having the knowledge and support of the group. So my last step is going to be, if you can, check out the inner circle. It's going to be the first link in the comment section and the description, so you can have the support of the group as well as the knowledge to perform the job the way it needs to be done. And even if you can't get in the group, take the time and learn first and surround yourself with people who believe in you and want you to succeed. I know sometimes it's hard, you know, if you got parents or you got friends, they don't really understand that entrepreneurial journey. They're like, why don't you just go to school? Why don't you just go to college? Why don't you just get your degree? Why don't you just go get a 40-hour a week job? Sometimes you have friends, you have parents that aren't supportive of what it is that you want to do, and you really need that in order to be successful. So that's one of the benefits of the inner circle. The other benefit of the group is that you get to be around guys who are making $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a month in their business, and on the live calls we go into what they're doing, how they're being successful, what are their actions, what problems are they running into, all these different things that provide so much value. So not only are you getting the value from the guys who are where you want to be, it's also going to open your eyes to what's possible, and it's going to bring the best out of you. Because if you see a guy who's like in the same state as you doing $30,000, like, wouldn't you want to hit them up? Wouldn't you want to be like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, can you give me any tips? You're going to want to see those guys, and you're going to want to know that it's possible. So to sum this up, I want to give you guys the action plan, right? Set your goal first. Secondly, if you set a goal, make sure it's something that you're being stretched for. Make sure it's something that you're going to have to apply your best self in order to achieve it. If that's not the case, let's set another goal. Make it something to where it's going to require our best in order to achieve it. Next thing, create an action plan of what you're going to need to do in order to achieve it, and get crystal clear on it. Get crystal clear on those numbers. How much money do we want to make? Divided by how many days do we want to work? How many jobs is that going to be based on our average job? How are we going to get those customers? And then what are the main movers of things that we're going to have to do every single day in order to achieve the desired outcomes? Next, don't let anything be an excuse. Anything currently that's holding you back from doing it, from starting the business, from getting started. Move forward with what you have and do the best you can with what you got. Next, you want to gain the knowledge associated with performing the job at the highest level. This is going to give you confidence. This is going to make it to where you have a workflow. This is going to make it to where when you're on site, you know what you're talking about with the customer and you're able to get the job done efficiently and effectively. And lastly, surround yourself with supportive people who open your eyes to what's possible and want you to succeed. So the word of the day is going to be your goal. Leave that down in the comment section so that way you at least got one thing from this video, one thing to take forward into next month. So comment that down below and I'll hashtag you a real one. Thumbs up the video if you got something from it. And until next time, my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. Hustle hard and get that money, baby.